Hello, Buckeye fans. Welcome to the Ohio State Buckeyes Championship Drive. And for those of you that are still celebrating the Michigan win, we got to get on. We got to get on track. We got to get on focus. Right now, the major focus is the Big Ten championship game, and yeah, we want to win that game. Yeah, the big prize is, of course, the national title game, which I believe we'll take again this year. But right now, we want the Big Ten championship. That's one of our goals, to become undefeated, to win the Big Ten championship, and to win the whole ball of wax, to win the whole thing. Indiana, what do they pose as far as a problem to the Buckeyes? Well, let's first look at how Indiana got to be Indiana. I mean, look at this team. They were built. Kurt Signetti, he did a great job building this Indiana team. 48 transfer players over the past 2 seasons. So he's brought in some talent, and this talent has worked for this Indiana team. Are they legitimate? Of course they are. I mean, they're not going to be. Michigan was not as talented a team as we'll face on Saturday. Michigan didn't have the offense. Of course, their true freshman quarterback was not a problem. We rattled him. He was not ready for the moment, and of course, we dominated defensively. This team has a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback, and he's a damn good one. And Mendoza can play when the chips are down, when they really need him to come and pull out a miracle. He has an arm capable of doing that. He's done that this season. But let's break down what happened against Penn State. Because Penn State, we dominated them. What did we have? They had only 200 yards total offense. 55 yards rushing Penn State had against us. But against Indiana, in that game they lost, Penn State lost 27-24. They should have won that game. Mendoza came back in the last minute and a half and threw some miracle passes, and they win. But they gave Penn State over 500 yards total offense. Penn State gained over 500 yards total offense against this team. 500 yards total offense. It's crazy to think this Indiana team is on the same elite level as the Ohio State Buckeyes. Not happening. Yes, they're good. Yes, they're very good. Yes, their offense is going to be much, much better than we faced last week against Michigan. No doubt about that. They're number 2 for a reason. Mendoza is a Heisman Trophy candidate for a reason. This team has been built to succeed. They're number 2 in the country. You have to take them seriously. But the Buckeyes, and using this one game, this Penn State game, which Penn State should have won that game, 27-24, they lose. But they had that game won. And offensively, Penn State did what they wanted to do. Now, Penn State is not one of the juggernauts offensively in the Big Ten. They rank probably 10th or 11th total offense in the Big Ten, offensively. And they had their way against this Indiana defense. So there's no way, in my belief systems, I believe that Indiana is going to beat the Buckeyes. I believe the score will be 24-10. Buckeyes win. Going to be a big day for Sayin. This is going to be his Heisman moment. Now, Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, of course, he'll be looking to do the same. The Heisman Trophy is going to be won on Saturday. Either Sayin or Mendoza. Whoever wins that game, in the fashion that I believe that they're going to have to win the game, they're going to have to be great. And so they'll deserve to have the Heisman Trophy in their cabinet. If Indiana is able to beat the Ohio State Buckeyes, sure, Mendoza gets it. But Sayin has been the most accurate passer not only this season, but maybe in history. And what he is doing is just unprecedented. His arm is lethal. And he has lethal people to throw the football to. And this is where the Ohio State Buckeyes come in. Their weapons, with Tate, Smith, and Claire, there's nothing like that offensively in college football. In fact, these 3 players could probably play in the NFL right now. They could probably play in the NFL right now. So Indiana has not seen anything like we're going to throw at them again. This is the sequel to Indiana, Ohio State, and it will be no different than the first game. In fact, it will be just like that first game. Indiana has not faced any defense like ours. They've never seen anything offensively like ours this season, and it'll be a problem for them. So I think that the first 2 quarters are going to be relatively close. Then third quarter, we'll pull away, and our defense will pretty much stifle them for the entire second half, and we win 24-10. All right? So, Indiana, Ohio State. What's your score? Does Indiana have a chance? Is Mendoza, is he the real deal? And will he show the Ohio State Buckeyes that he's the Heisman Trophy favorite? We'll see about that. My score is 24-10. And I think as long as the Buckeyes continue to play as they did in the last 3 games in the playoffs last season after they got drubbed by Michigan, and they continue to play that way into this season, even though they lost most of their defensive players, at least 8 defensive players lost on this Buckeye team. Can you believe that? This team is playing lights out, one of the best defenses ever, and this is a whole new defense than we saw last season. 8 players have been replaced. And this, they say, is one of the best defenses in the history of college football. My, the rich just keep getting richer at Ohio State. So yeah, we'll win 24-10. Indiana will be a stiff challenger in the first 2 quarters. Then we win going away in the 3rd and 4th quarter, 24-10. We win on to the playoffs. And Buckeye fans, I want to hear what you have to say. Is Indiana a real threat? What do you think the score will be? And what's your feeling about Ohio State going into the playoffs this season? I want to hear from you. Like, share, and subscribe for future content. Buckeye fans, I'm in Southern California. It is a little breezy, sun's out, really nice. But I've never, ever forgotten about my Ohio State Buckeyes. And I know you won't either. Like, share, and subscribe for future content. I'll see you soon.